Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing I think this is part 4 of my tackle tour. Today we're going to be covering soft swim baits. And I'm not really going to do the small swim baits. I'm going to do more of the bigger swim baits. You know, your 5-6 inches. And the ones that I show you ain't all that I've got. If I did that, it would take probably an hour and a half, 2 hours to do the video. This is going to be a long video, by the way, so whoever watches it, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support I've been getting lately, and hopefully y'all continue to watch and support the channel. And just want to say thank y'all for watching. And anyways, let's dive into the looking at the baits. I'm going to change the angle around to where y'all can really get a good look at it, and we'll go from there. So let's look at it. Alright, so first up we have the Weedless Bullshed, 4.5 inches, fast sinking. And anyways, I've got this in multiple colors, and anyways, it seems to be a pretty good bait. Nothing wrong with it. At first I kind of had problems with it swimming sideways, but then I just realized I needed to slow it down a little bit. But anyways, this is in Rainbow Shed, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, there that one is. Also, let me know if y'all like this angle better than my normal routine of doing things. I'm not going to take stuff out of the package unless it's already out of the package, and then I'll just show it to you. Alright, so we got that one. Next up is one that I just recently got, and it is the Flush. And I don't know if you could really consider this a swim bait, because it's a oversized fluke. It's 7.5 inches long. It's a soft jerk bait. But anyways, I thought I'd add that in there. But anyways, thought that was pretty cool. Gizzard shad. And so there's that one. Next up is one of my favorites. This is the Z-Man Hercules. And this is their 6-inch version, which is 1 ounce. And anyways, I use a lot of their 4 and 5, and now they got the 3-inch out, which is really cool. And anyways, I haven't used the 6-inch yet, but if it's anything like the 5 and the 4s, I should be okay. And this one is in the color of Houdini, and you can see it's got a big stout hook in it. It's got a 8-aught Mustad ultra point in it, so I just tell you. And it's got a little spot where you can put your little treble hook, or you know, a blade, or however you want to do it. Next up is this is the owner Birkin swimmer, and I have not used this one yet. But anyways, it does have a free swinging harness, and basically it just hooks into the bait instead of having a magnet. And yeah, so anyway, it's kind of like the mag draft system, except it doesn't have a magnet. and this one is 5.4 inches. And weighs 32 grams. And the color of this one is not sure, but anyway, it's got like a purple sheen to it with some blue flake to it. And so yeah, that's a pretty cool little bait. Looking forward to using that. Next up is one that everybody knows about, or should know about, that fishes swim baits, is the Megabass Mag Giraffe Freestyle. And anyways, not too much to really say about this that y'all don't know about. Basically, it's a weedless version of the Mega Giraffe, or the Mag Giraffe, my bad. And it's 6 inches, and this one is in MBGizzard. Pretty cool color. You can see, kind of translucent. Pretty cool little bait. Next one up is a new one that I just got, and this is the Berkeley Power Bait Cool Shad, 6 inch. And really cool design on this. It's got the honeycomb tail design, and a really cool scheme to it. It is what's the color of this one? HD blue shad. And there's the specs: 1 1/5 ounce and 6 inches long. And anyways, they use the mag draft system, except they don't use a magnet. They use some kind of wiring harness, which is got like a little clip, as you can see, which is really cool. I like it. Something different. Next up, this is from Fish Labs, soft bio Menow, and this comes 5 inches. Says to use a 8/0 hook. And anyways, this thing just looks really realistic. That's the reason why I got it. And it doesn't say the color of it, but anyways, you can see it looks pretty realistic. It looks like a real minnow. But anyway, a lot of this stuff you don't have to have special gear to throw it on. That's another big thing about some of the stuff that I bought. This is one from Gambler. This is the 6.5 inch easy new shad. There's 4 of them in there, and I'll take one out and show it to you. So there it is. It is, like I said, 6.5 inches long, and it's got the little indentation for the hook and the segment right there so it can flap. And really, you just can't say nothing much about it. You just put your own little jig head through it, or a weighted belly hook, or however you want to rig it, and throw it. And that right there reminds me of the smoky shad color. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I actually received this in a Florida Tackle Club box, and so that's how I ended up with them. I didn't even know they made them that big. Next up is the Bass Mafia Dangerous Swimbait, which, you know, basically is a knockoff of the Mega Bass Freestyle. And this one is in the rainbow trout color and 6 inches long. And so yeah, that's pretty much, you know, all there is to pretty much say about that. I am kind of ready to see the rigged version, to see how they went about rigging theirs up, and see if they did something different than, you know, Mega Bass did. But anyways, moving on to the next one. This is the Spro Magula John, 6 inch. And once again, you got the wiring harness, but what they did different was they separated the magnet, so you have to screw in the magnet yourself, which you're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers for to get it to dig into the plastic. I will highly recommend that, because if you try to do it by hand, it is really hard. I've got one rigged up on a rod back there right now. The swimming action on this thing is really cool. And once that magnet hits it, it stays on there. It doesn't fall off. It does look like a shark. I mean, I guess that's why they call it the Magula John. But anyways, really good looking bait. Got the boot tail, and this one is in the dark nasty shad. The other one that I've got that I've been throwing around is a blue colored one. I'll probably switch over to this one before too long. Next up, this right here is a Matt Lures Proven Big Bass bait. This guy right here is kind of cool. It's a YouTube jigging female gill, floating flat tail, and I can tell you, this one right here definitely doesn't need anything special for it. But it does look ultra realistic. I mean, they do a good job of making it look realistic. As you can see, it's got the little fins, and it kind of hooks in the same way the Mag Draft does, except it doesn't have a free harness. It just kind of has a little treble hook that hangs back there, and you just slide it in and it sits there. But anyways, it floats. So anyways, haven't gotten a chance to fish it yet. It's kind of hard to fish all these baits. You get all these brand new baits in, and then you start trying to decide which ones you want to try, and you kind of forget about which ones that you've gotten. So anyways, there's that. Next up, this one I thought was real interesting. This is the Mik Shad 120, 4 3/4 inches long, and weighs 1 1/4 ounce swim bait. And this one comes with a blade already on it. And you can also put a treble hook in the front if you want to. And it uses a lot of some of the same stuff as the others whenever it comes to segmenting the tail. It has that little mesh in it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but the mesh goes like all the way back here. See if we can get a close up. But anyways, I thought that was really cool how they put the little blade back there, and it runs, you can see it's connected to the hook, and then you got the little spot where you can put a treble hook. But anyways, nice little bait. And that is one from Mullix. I just wanted to take that one out of the package because I thought that one was pretty cool. And this one right here came across a long time ago. This right here is a 6.5 inch creep weedless. And this is from Beast Coast in Dope Gill. And it's a pretty good sized little chunk of bait. But anyways, the color is Dope Gill, and they give you 2 of them in a package, and basically you just rig it up however you want to. So anyways, you can see it's got some really pretty cool colors to it, and I'm kind of just going through these pretty fast. And this was one that I recently picked up. This one's the Hyper Elastic Roll Shad. This right here is a very interesting bait. The weight on it is, the way it's designed is whenever it falls and hits the bottom, it always lands on its stomach because there's such a big weight right here, as y'all can see. And it's just a cool color. I like that color. And yeah, anyways, I just recently got a reel that can handle this, so looking to throw this. And this is actually made out of elastic material, so that makes it even better. So if this thing is indeed a fish catcher, you don't have to worry about it tearing up anytime soon, because like I said, it's made out of elastic material, so that'll be good. Next, this was the new one from Mullix, the Hyrid Swimmer 165, and it's 6.5 inches and weighs 2.5 ounces, and is in Alfie or L-white laminate. And anyways, like I said, a lot of these I haven't used just for the simple fact I just didn't have the reel to fish them. I always had the rod, I just didn't have the reel. But anyways, there's that, and it uses a magnet, and so anyways, but it's got a wedge tail on it, which is something that you really want to use during the winter time or in the late fall, like right now, whenever the water temperature really starts to drop. And anyways, it swims more like a lethargic bait fish. So anyways, I try to keep them in the package pretty much until I use them. Unless I have like multiple colors of them. And a lot of these I do. Some of the bigger ones I don't. Just for the simple fact I haven't been able to throw them. And this one right here is a real cool bait. This is a Beast Coast 4.75 Miyagi swimmer. And this is in dope gill. And comes in a little 3-pack. But anyways, you can see it's got that homemade pour or open pour technology. And anyways, it's got a little belly slot for you, and you got the little eyes. But this little guy right here slays fish, but they don't last very long. You'll probably catch 3 or 4 fish, sometimes maybe a little more, depending on the style of hook you use. But anyways, really cool bait. I've got them in multiple colors. They come in some really awesome colors. Beast Coast makes some really good colors. And that one they recommend a 6/0 hook. Alright, so the last bit of it for this video, this is what I've got in my box. And so we'll just go from here. So first up, I have this bait right here. This is from Thunderhawk Lures. I forgot what they call this thing, but anyways, what's real cool about Thunderhawk Lures, trying to see if it, no, they actually add the hook in the package for you. You get 2 of them in a pack, and like I said, they actually give you the hook to rig up with it, which is really cool, because a lot of companies don't do that. So anyways, I got a bunch of them in a bunch of different colors. Next up, this right here is a Savage Gear RTF, and it's a little bluegill profile with the wedge tail, and the RTF stands for ready to fish, straight out of the package. You don't have to do nothing to it. And anyways, little bluegill imitator. So, and cool, it's got a little jig hook on it. And then we got the Headhunter. And anyways, so I know there was a lot of controversy over this with the little hook coming up and it goes back down. And these things actually work pretty good. They're not bad at all. But the hook does sometimes tend to break. And I don't mean like break off, but like it'll break and it'll like quit magnet, like it won't magnetize back down. So that's something you got to worry about. This right here is the 13 Fishing Dine, which is a pretty cool little dude right here. I think it's 4.5 inches. And anyways, 13 Fishing. I think it comes in a 3-pack. Pretty cool little weedless version. Next up is a Savage Gear. They call this the Mulletron. It's got a wedge tail. And what's funny is I just picked up the new Z-Man made a Mulletron where you can remove the hook. But this is Savage Gear's Mulletron. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's got the wedge tail. Anyway, it's pretty cool little bait. Next up is the Boom Boom I don't even remember what they call this, but anyways, open pour, line through, and anyways, that's that. And then this is a Savage Gear, I don't know what it's called. I can't keep up with all the names. That's why sometimes I wish I would have kept the packages to these instead of throwing them in the box. But anyways, it does have a spot for you to put your hook through. And then it has that weird looking little tail angle. Pretty cool little bait. And then this one right here is a real popular one from 13 Fishing, and this is I think they call it the BAMF shed, and it is real cool. It's got a weird texture to the bait, and it's got the little hook slot there, and then down there in the belly. So those are those. What else we got over here? Next up, the all famous, everybody's favorite, the Mega Bass Mag Giraffe. This is the 6-inch, I believe. And anyways, there ain't nothing I can tell you about this that you probably don't already know. Great bait. I do like that you can rig this up in multiple ways. But anyways, this one right here is called Brownie. It's all brown with like a clear cut or a clear translucent bottom. Pretty cool bait. I've got another one right here. This one's really cool. And so yeah. And then next up, this is probably one of my favorites other than the Hercules. And this is the Osprey. A lot of y'all might have heard of them, but if you fish a lot of swim baits, a lot of people have. And I don't even know if I'm saying the name right, but it's Osprey or Osprey or something like it. But anyways, this is a really cool little bait. It's a line through, got a little treble hook goes to it. But anyways, really unique design. Really like it. And then to round it off is another boom boom shed, what I'm gonna call it. And basically a line through as well. This is the smaller version. But anyways, that is it for right now, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I was trying to keep it short. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And I will see y'all on the next one.